We're live.
Okay, just confirming the live stream. Okay, and at this time, will sergeants please start their recordings?
Quiet the PC on the way.
Recording to cloud all set. And good afternoon, and welcome to today's remote New York City Council vote of the Committee on Veterans. At this time, would all council members and staff please turn on their video? To minimize disruption, please place electronic devices on vibrate or silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. We are ready to begin.
Good afternoon. I'm Councilmember Holden, and I'm Chair of the City Council's Committee on Veterans, and welcome to this afternoon's hearing. Today, the Veterans Committee will vote on Resolution 21 of 2022, sponsored by Councilmember Dinowitz, which would reaffirm New York City's status as a Purple Heart City. A call on the state legislature to pass and the governor to sign legislation designating the state of New York a Purple Heart state. Purple Heart decoration is the oldest and among the most venerated military decoration in present day use. The Purple Heart is awarded in the name of the President of the United States to those wounded or killed in combat by enemy action or posthumously to the next of kin. There are currently 42 municipalities, 12 counties, 6 colleges and universities, 6 Purple Heart trail routes, and 6 other locations that already have the Purple Heart designation within the state. In 2015, the New York City Council issued a proclamation declaring New York City a Purple Heart city. By adopting the Purple Heart designation statewide, New York State can take another critical step in recognizing the heroic sacrifices our nation's service members have made to protect our great country. The committee will also be voting on Resolution 41, 2022, sponsored by the public advocate, Jumaane Williams, calling on Congress to pass and the president to sign legislation that allows service members, veterans, and eligible surviving spouses to use the Department of Veterans Affairs home loans to purchase cooperative apartments. And this is a very important feature. The VA loan program administered by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs allows service members and veterans to mortgage a home with little to no down payment, no private mortgage insurance, and limited closing costs. The program also offers competitive interest rates and flexible repayment plans. However, despite these benefits, the VA loan cannot be used to purchase cooperative residential housing units, commonly referred to as co-ops. If the veterans are excluded from co-ops, purchasing a home in New York City may not be a realistic option for many because co-ops often account for a sizable share of the available housing stock in New York City. So extending the VA loan benefits to the purchasers of residential co-op units would be a boon for the city's service members and veterans. So thank you very much to the advocates and impacted individuals who brought attention to these issues and helped shape these resolutions. And I want to thank the Veterans Committee staff for their work on these 2 pieces of legislation, especially Committee Counsel Bianca Vitale, Committee Counsel Nicholas Connell, and Policy Analyst Elizabeth Arts. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Councilmember Dinowitz, to make a statement on his Resolution 21 of 2022.
I simply want to thank you, Chair, for bringing this to a vote, and of course to Bianca Vitale and Elizabeth Arts for their help in crafting this resolution, a resolution that I think will help ensure that our service members, those who receive the Purple Heart for making their sacrifice, that they get the recognition they deserve. And as we move forward in our city, in our state, in our country, ensuring that those veterans, those service members who volunteer to potentially lay down their lives or who do lay down their lives are recognized in the way that they deserve to be recognized. So I want to thank you again, Chair, and the committee staff for moving this forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Dinowitz, for this great resolution. And I'll turn it back to over to the clerk, William Martin, to call the roll.
Thank you, sir. William Martin, committee clerk, roll call vote, Committee on Veterans, resolutions 21 and 41. Items are coupled. Chair Holden.
Aye on all.
Thank you. Nurse.
Aye on all.
Thank you. Richardson Jordan.
Aye on all.
Thank you. Ariola.
Aye on all.
Thank you. Palladino.
Aye on all.
Thank you. By a vote of 5 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both resolutions have been adopted by the committee. Mr. Chair, that is a full committee. You can close at your convenience.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, and I'll officially close this hearing. Thank you, everyone, for attending.